A manufacturer faces ongoing legal proceedings involving discharge incidents documented in multiple states. Another pistol experiences frame cracking after fewer than 5,000 rounds, according to independent testing. These patterns identify 7 firearms experiencing documented failures, legal challenges, or market rejection sufficient to warrant avoiding purchase in 2026. Starting with number 7, we have Ruger LCP First Generation. Ruger introduced the LCP lightweight compact pistol in 2008. Chambered in .380 ACP, the double-action-only pistol features a 6-round magazine capacity with a 2.75-inch barrel. Overall length measures 5.16 inches, and weight without magazine is 9.4 ounces. The polymer frame and simplified design target concealed carry applications. Retail pricing for used first-generation models ranges from $200 to $300. The first-generation LCP features a long, heavy trigger pull measuring approximately 10 to 12 pounds. The trigger lacks tactile reset, requiring shooters to allow complete forward travel before firing subsequent shots. The rudimentary sights consist of integral frame grooves rather than removable components, limiting visibility and eliminating upgrade options. Early production examples experienced recall issues, with Ruger recalling approximately 60,000 pistols manufactured from January through May 2008 due to components potentially cracking during firing. Ruger introduced the LCP2 in 2016, incorporating substantial improvements, including redesigned trigger mechanisms, improved sights, and enhanced ergonomics. The LCP2 trigger pull measures approximately 6 pounds with crisp break and audible reset. The company subsequently introduced the LCP Max in 2021, featuring 10-round capacity and similar dimensions. Current Ruger production focuses on LCP2 and LCP Max variants. First-generation LCP models face obsolescence as improved designs render them outdated. Parts availability remains adequate currently, but Ruger's focus on current production raises questions about long-term first-generation support. At number 6, we have Mossberg MC1SC. Mossberg introduced the MC1SC in 2019. Chambered in 9 by 19 mm parabellum, the striker-fired pistol features a 6-round or 7-round magazine capacity with a 3.4-inch barrel. Overall length measures 6.25 inches and weight without magazine is 19 ounces. The design targets concealed carry applications with aggressive grip texturing and flat trigger face. Retail pricing ranges from $350 to $450. Consumer Reports documented trigger issues including inconsistent pull weights and occasional trigger failures to reset. Independent testing by Firearms publications yielded mixed results regarding reliability and accuracy. Some reviewers reported flawless function across hundreds of rounds, while others documented feeding failures with certain ammunition brands. The aggressive grip texture, while providing secure hold, caused discomfort during extended shooting sessions for some users. Mossberg manufactures primarily shotguns and rifles, with the MC1SC representing the company's entry into semi-automatic pistol markets. The limited aftermarket support compared to established pistol manufacturers affects parts and accessory availability. Holster options remain restricted compared to Glock, Smith & Wesson, or SIG Sauer competitors. Sight upgrade options face similar limitations. Market reception has been tepid, with the MC1SC failing to capture significant market share in the competitive concealed carry segment. Mossberg has not actively promoted the MC1SC in recent marketing materials, suggesting reduced company commitment to the platform. At number 5, we have Kel-Tec PF9. Kel-Tec introduced the PF9 in 2006. Chambered in 9 by 19 millimeter parabellum, the striker-fired pistol features a 7-round magazine capacity with a 3.1-inch barrel. Overall length measures 5.85 inches, and weight without magazine is 12.7 ounces. The slim profile measures 0.88 inches wide, facilitating concealed carry. The lightweight polymer frame and simplified construction target budget-conscious buyers seeking compact 9mm pistols. Retail pricing ranges from $300 to $400, positioning the PF9 competitively against entry-level alternatives. The PF9 developed a reputation for substantial felt recoil due to lightweight construction. The 12.7-ounce weight provides minimal mass to absorb 9mm recoil forces, creating sharp recoil impulse that many shooters found uncomfortable. The snappy recoil affects controllability and follow-up shot accuracy, particularly for shooters with limited experience managing compact 9mm pistols. Extended shooting sessions prove fatiguing, limiting practice opportunities necessary for defensive proficiency. Consumer Reports documented reliability concerns, including feeding failures with certain ammunition types, particularly hollow-point defensive loads. The feeding problems manifested as rounds failing to chamber consistently, with cartridges occasionally nosediving into feed ramps or hanging during the feeding cycle. Some users reported the pistol demonstrated sensitivity to ammunition brands, with reliability varying substantially between manufacturers. The variations suggest marginal design tolerances that work acceptably with some ammunition while failing with others. The long, heavy trigger pull measures approximately 8 to 9 pounds, affecting accuracy potential. The trigger travel extends significantly before braking, and the reset lacks tactile feedback. Shooters accustomed to lighter, crisper triggers found the PF9 trigger challenging for precise shot placement. The combination of heavy recoil and poor trigger characteristics compounds accuracy difficulties. Extraction reliability varied between individual pistols, with some users reporting frequent failures to eject, while others experienced acceptable function. Online forums document mixed experiences, suggesting quality control, inconsistencies during production runs. The inconsistency creates uncertainty for prospective buyers, unable to evaluate individual pistols before purchase. Some owners reported acceptable reliability after break-in periods exceeding 200 rounds, while others documented persistent malfunctions. The rudimentary sights feature minimal profiles, limiting quick acquisition. The sight picture consists of basic notch and post configurations without high visibility markings or contrast inserts. Low-light sight acquisition proves particularly challenging. Kel-Tec introduced the P11 previously and later developed the P17, but the PF9 occupies a middle position without clear advantages over competitors from Ruger, Smith & Wesson, or Taurus, offering similar dimensions with superior reliability reputations. The Ruger LC9S, Smith & Wesson M and P Shield, and Taurus GX4 provide comparable dimensions with better triggers and improved reliability at similar or slightly higher price points. At number 4, we have Taurus G2S. Taurus introduced the G2S in 2018 as an updated version of the original G2C. Chambered in 9 by 19 millimeter parabellum, the striker-fired pistol features a 7-round magazine capacity with a 3.2-inch barrel. Overall length measures 6.2 inches, and weight without magazine is 22 ounces. The polymer frame and restrike capability distinguish the design. The restrike feature allows pulling the trigger a second time if a round fails to fire, potentially igniting cartridges with hard primers. Retail pricing ranges from $250 to $350. The G2S faced immediate market challenges when Taurus introduced the G3C in 2020. The G3C incorporated improvements including enhanced ergonomics, improved trigger mechanisms, and better sights, while maintaining similar pricing. The G3C features a flatter trigger face and reduced trigger pull weight compared to the G2S, addressing primary complaints about the earlier model. The grip texture on the G3C provides superior purchase compared to the G2S. The slide serrations on the G3C offer better manipulation characteristics. The newer model achieved stronger market acceptance, effectively rendering the G2S obsolete within Taurus's own product line. Dealers reported customers consistently selecting G3C variants over remaining G2S inventory when both were available. Taurus marketing efforts focused exclusively on G3 variants, indicating company recognition that the G2S represented an inferior design. Consumer reports documented feeding reliability concerns with the G2S, particularly with certain hollow point ammunition brands. The feeding problems appeared as failures to chamber defensive ammunition consistently, creating concerns about carry reliability. Some users reported light primer strikes preventing ignition, suggesting striker spring inconsistencies during manufacturing. The light strikes occurred with properly manufactured ammunition from major manufacturers, indicating pistol defects rather than ammunition problems. The slide serrations provide minimal purchase for manipulation compared to competing designs. The shallow serrations measure approximately 0.04 inches deep, similar to SCCY CPX-1 patterns criticized for inadequate grip. Users with reduced hand strength or those wearing gloves reported difficulty racking slides. The narrow slide profile compounds manipulation challenges. Taurus shifted production focus to the G3C and subsequent G3 variants, reducing G2S availability. Current Taurus catalogs feature G3C, G3, G3XL, and G3 Toro models without G2S listings. Dealers report difficulty obtaining G2S pistols or replacement parts as Taurus allocates manufacturing capacity to current models. The G2S represents a transitional model superseded by improved designs from the same manufacturer, creating little reason for new purchases when superior alternatives exist at comparable pricing. Buyers seeking budget Taurus pistols should prioritize G3C variants, offering demonstrably superior performance without price penalties. At number 3, we have Smith & Wesson SD9VE and SD40VE. Smith & Wesson introduced the SD series in 2010 as replacements for the Sigma line. The SD9VE chambers 9 by 19 mm parabellum with a 16-round magazine capacity, while the SD40VE chambers .40 S and W with a 14-round capacity. Barrel length measures 4 inches, overall length is 7.2 inches, and weight without magazine is approximately 22.7 ounces. The striker-fired polymer frame design targets budget-conscious buyers. Retail pricing ranges from $300 to $400. The SD series inherited criticism regarding trigger quality from the Sigma predecessors. The self-defense trigger features a long, heavy pull measuring approximately 8 pounds with noticeable grittiness and stacking. The trigger travel extends approximately 0.5 inches before breaking, substantially longer than striker-fired competitors, averaging 0.3 to 0.4 inches. The reset lacks tactile feedback, requiring shooters to allow nearly complete forward travel before firing subsequent shots. Consumer complaints focused on trigger characteristics as the primary limitation, affecting accuracy and shooter satisfaction. Online forums contain extensive discussions of aftermarket trigger modifications and spring replacements, attempting to improve pull characteristics. Apex. Tactical manufactures trigger upgrade kits for SD series pistols, indicating market demand for improvements. The necessity of aftermarket modifications to achieve acceptable triggers highlights fundamental design limitations. Smith & Wesson discontinued SD series production in 2022, shifting focus to M and P variants, offering superior triggers and enhanced features. The discontinuation followed years of declining sales as the M and P series captured increasing market share. The M and P 2.0 line, introduced in 2017, features substantially improved triggers, enhanced grip textures, and refined ergonomics at modest price premiums over SD models. The discontinuation creates long-term support concerns as Smith & Wesson allocates resources to current production models. Parts availability remains adequate currently, but specialized components including trigger assemblies, striker assemblies, and sights may face supply constraints as inventory exhausts. Warranty support ceased for new issues when production ended. The combination of inferior triggers, discontinued status, and uncertain long-term parts availability makes SD series pistols poor choices in 2026. At number 2, we have Sig Sauer P320 early models. Sig Sauer introduced the P320 in 2014, chambered in 9 by 19 mm parabellum, .357 SIG, .40S and W, and .45 ACP. The modular striker-fired pistol features magazine capacities from 10 to 21 rounds depending on caliber and configuration. The serialized fire control unit can be swapped between grip modules of different sizes and calibers, creating a single registered firearm adaptable to various applications. The P320 won the U.S. military's modular handgun system competition in 2017, becoming the M17 and M18 service pistols. The military contract represented significant validation of the design, with the U.S. Army, Air Force, Navy, and Marine Corps adopting variants. The contract totaled approximately 280,000 pistols initially, with options for additional purchases. Early P320 models manufactured before August 2017 faced safety concerns regarding potential discharge when dropped at specific angles. Independent testing documented instances where pistols discharge when dropped onto hard surfaces with the striker partially rearward. Testing conducted by Dallas Police Department documented discharge when pistols were dropped at approximately 30-degree angles onto concrete from heights of 3 to 6 feet. The discharge occurred without trigger manipulation. The mechanism involved the inertia of the striker assembly and trigger bar during impact. When dropped at specific angles, the striker assembly could overcome spring pressure and travel forward sufficiently to ignite primers. The trigger bar could also move rearward during impact, disengaging the striker block safety. Sig Sauer announced a voluntary upgrade program in August 2017, offering free modifications including lighter trigger springs, revised disconnectors, and enhanced safeties. The upgrade addressed drop safety concerns documented in testing. SIG covered all costs, including return shipping for pistols sent to the company for upgrades. Legal proceedings continue involving discharge incidents allegedly occurring with both upgraded and non-upgraded P320 pistols. Multiple lawsuits filed in various jurisdictions claim uncommanded discharges during holstering, handling, or other circumstances beyond drop scenarios. Cases filed in Pennsylvania, Georgia, and other states claim incidents occurring after the August 2017 upgrade cutoff. SIG Sauer contests these claims, maintaining that upgraded P320 pistols meet safety standards and that alleged incidents result from user error or improper modifications. The legal proceedings remain ongoing as of 2025, creating uncertainty regarding potential future recalls or design modifications. Finally, at number 1 we have Glock 44. Glock introduced the Glock 44 in 2019 as the company's first .22 long rifle pistol. The design replicates Glock 19 dimensions, featuring a 10-round magazine capacity with a 4.02-inch barrel. Overall length measures 7.28 inches, and weight without magazine is 14.64 ounces. The hybrid steel polymer slide construction reduces weight while maintaining Glock ergonomics and controls. Retail pricing ranges from $350 to $450. Early production Glock 44 pistols experienced significant reliability problems. Consumer Reports documented frequent failures to feed, failures to eject, and failures to return to battery. The feeding issues manifested as rounds failing to chamber from magazines, with cartridges hanging at various points during the feeding cycle. Some rounds nosedived into feed ramps, while others failed to enter chambers completely. Extraction problems appeared as spent cases remaining in chambers or failing to clear ejection ports. The extractor apparently lacked sufficient tension to reliably grip case rims during cycling. Some users reported extractors breaking after limited round counts, requiring warranty replacement. Failures to return to battery manifested as slides, stopping short of full forward positions, preventing firing. Some users reported slide cracking after fewer than 5,000 rounds, raising durability concerns about the hybrid steel polymer construction. The cracks typically originated near the breech face or extractor cutout, propagating forward through the polymer shell. Glock replaced cracked slides under warranty, but did not issue formal guidance regarding expected service life. The reliability problems demonstrated sensitivity to ammunition selection, with performance varying substantially between brands. Some ammunition types functioned acceptably, while others experienced failure rates exceeding 20%. High-velocity ammunition reportedly improved reliability compared to standard velocity loads, suggesting the recoil spring tuning favored higher energy cartridges. The .22 long rifle cartridge exhibits greater variation in specifications between manufacturers compared to centerfire cartridges, creating challenges for semi-automatic designs. However, competing .22 E2 LR pistols from Ruger, Smith & Wesson, and Walther demonstrated superior reliability across varied ammunition types. The Ruger Mark IV, Smith & Wesson M and P22 Compact, and Walther P22 consistently demonstrate reliability across diverse ammunition with failure rates below 2%. Glock issued running changes to production addressing some reliability concerns, but the modifications occurred without formal recall announcements or clear serial number cutoffs identifying improved examples. The changes reportedly included revised recoil spring weights, updated extractor specifications, and modified magazine followers.